back to the Suture. And it's your boy Icon with a DC TV review for you. And before we get started, hit that notification bell, like and or subscribe. Check out my other videos, my previous videos for Peacemaker as well. And let's get started. So, this one started with Rick Flag's funeral, Rick Flag Jr. And if you watch Creature Commandos, Rick Flag Jr., his middle name was also Bill. And then now it was a conversation between Flag Sr. and Hardcore. Because, you know, her and Hardcore, they were friends and they were doing the deed. And this was the moment, because throughout the episode, whenever Rick Flag Sr. and Hardcore have an interaction, he keeps saying, call me Rick, when she calls him General. And this is where it started, where, you know, he was talking to her, he was like, who killed my son? And she was like, I can't tell you that, General. And then he was like, call me Rick. Now, they said this was a thing. And it seemed like they were completely going out of their way to make it a thing with him, with the whole call me Rick, call me Rick, call me Rick. Then, you know, I said the two of them were talking, and then she said, don't worry, sir, the person responsible for killing your son, like, he'll pay. So now it fast forwards to the present, where Hardcore had asked Chris to come, she asked to meet, and they went down to the park. Chris was coming down to the park. Now, apparently, when she texted him, and then he said, is everything okay? She said, copacetic, you know, where should we meet? And copacetic was their 11th Street Kid code word for stay away, don't come here. Chris didn't listen, and he showed up. And the reason why he showed up was because he just wanted to find out from Hardcore if he ever meant anything to her, if she actually does have feelings for him, and in which she emphatically said no. She said she was drunk, she regrets the whole thing, and, you know, he was like, but do you got feelings for Rick Flag Jr.? She said, he was my best friend and you killed him, so what am I supposed to think? Now, Bordeaux, the Spanish girl that works for Argus, apparently she's half cyborg. She's half cyborg. This is a new reveal. And while Hardcore and Chris were talking, basically Flag told Argus to zoom in on his location, and they were all going after Chris so they can take Chris in. Chris was smart because he was hiding behind children, hiding behind trees. He was doing the necessary things to keep out of the line of like gunfire. But then Bordeaux said that she had a shot. She also said that the shot that she had was a kill shot, and if she took it, she would kill him. Flag said to take the kill shot, and then that made Hardcore get up out of her seat, and she basically fought Peacemaker, knocked him out, and then they dragged him back to Argus. So then Bordeaux and Hardcore, they got into it. She was like, you got in my shot, you disobeyed a direct order. And she was like, bitch, I brought him in, so now we can use him to find the dimensional rift. And I was actually waiting for the two of them to fight. Like, I kind of wanted to see that shit. But, but the two of them didn't fight. So then so now Hardcore, she goes to John, and she tells John, she's like, listen, I actually saved his life, and we need to figure out a way to get him out of here. And then she said that you have to book him in the system. Because they said that if you book him in the system, he's now going to be on the government radar, and people are going to be expecting results like, hey, what happened to him? I heard you got Peacemaker. What happened to Peacemaker? People are going to start asking questions. But Flag didn't want him booked because he put Peacemaker in the interrogation room, and then Flag went in the interrogation room and basically started beating his ass, like for killing his son. And he was hoping he could kill him, dump the body somewhere where nobody could find it, and there'd be no record of it because he never got booked. But then John ended up booking him. Bordeaux went and told Flag, like, hey, listen, like, John booked him, and then they let Peacemaker go. So then after that, Bordeaux came into Flag's room, and then Flag was like, so you're going to tell me that I'm too emotional, I'm too close to this because Peacemaker killed my son? And then she was like, no, actually, you know, she said that, you know, he's a murderer, he killed government agents, and he deserves to die, General. And then he was like, call me Chris. So now that's, now that's the whole thing. The thing with, or Richard, call me Rick. I kept saying Chris. So the whole thing about call me Rick, it's just basically secret code for I want to bang. And him and Bordeaux were flirting with each other and everything, and then everybody saw it. I personally feel, now that we know that she's half cyborg, because there was really no reason to reveal that information, because her being half cyborg has nothing to do with the storyline or the plot. I feel like the reason why this is being brought up is because she's secretly working for Amanda Waller. And although, you know, Rick Flag Sr. is in charge of Argus, Bordeaux works for Waller, and Waller can see everything that's going on through her mechanical eye. So she's basically a spy plant for Amanda Waller. That's my prediction. So then after that, They're just like, they sent Judo Master, so they let Peacemaker go, and then they sent Judo Master to go follow him so they can lead him, so Peacemaker can lead them to the dimensional rift. Adebayo and Chase end up taking him back to the house where the portal was. He tells them that he just wants to be alone, so the two of them leave. Now we get a side mission where that Native American gentleman who was after Eagly, he pulled up on the property. He killed an eagle. It wasn't Eagly. He killed the wrong eagle. And then a swarm of eagles showed up, led by Eagly, killed the Native American gentleman. And then after that, Chris called Eagly back to the house. Eagly comes back to the house, and then Chris writes a goodbye note, and then he says that him and Eagly are basically going to live in the other world. So he opens the portal, him and Eagly go inside, and he closes the portal with him on the other side, so now he can't get back. Judo Master actually ended up following him because Judo Master saw the whole thing and he jumped into the portal before Chris was able to close it. So Judo Master's in the other world with Chris and with Eagly. Adebayo comes back to the house along with Adrian Chase. They take the dimensional portal. They see the goodbye note. They see that Judo Master followed them. They bring in the whole gang. They tell Hardcore and John what happened. And then after all the stuff that she was talking, after all the bullshit, after all that, I don't love you, you're just, you were a mistake, get out of here, this, that, and the third. Now Hardcore's like, oh, we got to get Chris back. And I'm like, bitch, why? I'm like, you basically spent the whole 2 seasons. You basically spent this entire time telling Chris that he ain't shit and how there's nothing between you and how you don't like him and nothing will ever happen between you. And now you're the first one that's like, we need to get Chris back. And I was like, really? See, I think that now that she knows he's trying to bang her doppelganger, like now she feels some kind of way and now she wants to go get him. So now they're trying to pull up a plan, to go bring Chris back. Argus, they ended up going to the grandfather's house and they saw that everything was cleared out. So now Flag is pissed. He doesn't know where Judo Master is. Chris was on the other side of the world. He was on the other dimension. Him, his brother, and his father, they were killing dragons. And then Chris ended up going to Hardcore. Well, Amelia, that's what we're calling her. He went to Amelia. The two of them embraced each other. That was how the episode ended. And thank you for tuning in. So it was pretty cut and dry episode. And I hope that in episode 6, we actually get some decent time with him in the other dimension, living a life before the 11th Street kids figure out how to get into the portal and how to go bring him back home. Because I actually want to see other versions of other characters. Like I would like to see how life is in this different dimension. So hopefully we get that. But share your questions, comments, and concerns down below. Because I think this was episode 5, so we only got 3 episodes left. I'm like, can we get some time in the other dimension? That's significant. But we'll see what happens. So next week, the 2 Amelias are going to meet. There's going to be other people meeting. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section about episode 5 of Peacemaker. Check me out on X. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on TikTok and YouTube, where you can leave your questions, comments, and concerns. I got the first 4 episodes of Peacemaker up on my YouTube channel. I have my videos for New York Fashion Week, and I also have Wrestlepalooza for all you wrestling fans, and I wait for episode 6 with all of you. So that was it, guys, so thanks for tuning in. So until next time, as we go back to the Suture, or whatever the case may be, look for your time, look for the watch, and we're in this.